So I'm continuing to walk around on other people's land. This is a piece of land I crossed through to get to town. And I'm going to mark this spot as point number 25. This would be a great place to fill in a ravine to make a more park-like area down there. Be a public park. And then up in here, you're probably going to have a road that goes that way and then one that goes upslope that direction. And then probably zigzags back and gets to that field up there. But right here would be a great place to put a building. It'd be easy to dig it into slope. It could be quite large. And it could be a destination for the town and potentially others. Although I love this town so much that any decision I make about changing anything, I would want to make sure it was really not going to affect the town in any bad way. So I'm not sure what you would put here. It could be a group house. It could have a place that, so if you're arriving late on foot via public transport, you could crash here for the night and then you would move on, because walking in the trails in the dark is a bad idea. I do not like people arriving at night. It's just asking for trouble. Let's say you have a flat tire. Well, a flat tire at night or with night approaching is far worse than a flat tire in the daytime, where we can have a team of people that come out, help you out. You should have a spare anyway, and you should know how to change a tire. But the point is, suddenly you're in a position where you need help. And anybody coming here, I see as a person who's joining the team, even if they're here visiting, they could have a positive or negative effect, and I want to make sure that they have a positive one. So I need to predict every single possible problem they could have and then get ahead of that and solve it before it happens. Like I just saw an old EpiPen that was donated to me, and it says on it, trainer. And that bothers the hell out of me. Does that mean there's no actual medicine in it? It's used to train people to stab people with an EpiPen? I don't know, but it's old anyway. It's like over 10 years old, I think, at this point. So, but having all the tools available to help people would be quite brilliant. Up here, we're going to get to another spot, which if somebody bought this land, you could run a road across slope here, and then there's a big indentation into the land. Already we're seeing that the slope is further away. So this is not actually flat here, but it's flatter, which means all of this could have north-facing buildings. And they have some good southern sun as well. So it's actually northeast facing, which isn't that bad because you really want that morning sun, and you don't have to have the direct heat of ton of sun. This would require cutting down some trees in different spots, so you want to be very careful. And I don't want to stick a bunch of roads everywhere and houses everywhere, because we want to maintain this being primarily forest. This is a trail right here, which shows a kind of a desire line, right? This is where people think they want to go to get up there. Now, this might be a place to run a road that goes up and connects with that parallel road. I don't know. Just a thought. The ravine right here is almost filled in. And so you could actually buy the field over there, which is a totally flat, empty field. Lots of space. Not a ton of view right there, but maybe some to be worked out. But this is already almost a road across it. So you could build a road across it there. Up here is more interesting because it's next to a water supply, a well, and it has a pump on it, and it's not on solar right now, but that'd be a great project, is to get that pump onto solar. And since we're going to do solar on our own houses, we could actually capture the solar or buy a lot next to it, buy a field next to it, put the solar there would probably be better, because this is not going to get late day sun right here. But the point is that this is a big area with access to power and water. Now, generally I want to be off grid. However, it might be really helpful to have a place that has regular electric. We'd have to cost out how much electricity costs here and stuff like that. Perhaps have multiple units in that building, and then we could use it. I don't know how it would shake out. This road is fine, the road I'm on now. It just would get fixed up. It's not a bad road. It's not super level, and I want to change it so any roads in here are level. Now here we're seeing it get a lot more opened up. We're getting close to that flat spot, and this could be its own whole neighborhood in here, very densely built, because town is not densely built, and I find that to be a shame. We're covering up too much of the earth with concrete, and then we could have buildings upslope, and there's a field up there, and do a lot of rain capture up there, so we even have rain coming downhill into this building, and of course have it do its own rain capture as well. But this would be more for people who want to come in and out of, like, here more. So the design of the space should be designed around the nature of the space, not around what we want to have. Now, if you have very specific goals about what you want to build, then choose a piece of property that fits with that. And one of my tasks is to make a big list of properties which could be for sale. Everything's for sale at the right price. And then people can pick the ones that fit what they want to do, that have the right slope, that have the right direction of the slope, that have the right road access or publicness. And then you're not fighting with the land, trying to make it do something you don't want, that it doesn't want to do. So, yeah, it actually ends up being a really big area. Again, it would be really painful to cut down much of this forest, but that's how we protect it. We have to have it be economically viable. And this would be a great location, close to town, but outside of it. These fields in here, this one's a narrow one, there's another narrow one right there. You know, those could be purchased. That would widen the road in that area, have a space for parking, maybe have a space for shared vehicles, since I don't want people to own their own cars, really. But some people already own a car and they prefer to travel that way. So we can accommodate that. It's okay.